All right. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for, I believe it's May 25th, about to be 12 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you see the date, I did put the 26th, but I will be back tomorrow anyway to do you another reading. Okay. So I may go back and edit it. It's just a couple of hours that will change into the next day. So, but don't really worry about that. I hope everybody is well. Okay. So, it's so much rain and stuff going on down here in Atlanta. I end up dozing off when I got home this afternoon. Happy Sunday. Hey, Banks Bill. So, let's go ahead and just get your messages. Thank you, Banks Bill, for tuning in. I haven't seen you before here, or you never really said anything. So, since you said something at the beginning, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards for you and see what's going on. I do read my cards differently here because I do sidereal, Vedic sidereal, not tropical Western, but it still should resonate the same. Okay. I don't know, what you may be a little bit upset or angry about, or holding back on some messages to a particular person or a group of people. It could be people at your job, co-workers are getting on your nerves. Something you maybe want to say to a manager or supervisor, or maybe you're the manager supervisor. Um, but you're also looking for information or word back to you. Um, from applications that you may have been putting in, and you're getting kind of restless about it. Excuse me, continue. You do want to talk, or somebody wants to talk to you. Maybe setting the record straight could be about, do you like me? Or your question to yourself, do you still like somebody? You're focusing more on a particular project right now, an idea, or you could just be working, working very effortlessly. You're holding your feelings and emotions back from something or somebody here. Um, you could also be having that I'm just stuck up here until I find something else syndrome. You know, you could also be falling out of love out of your job. I know I'm particularly going through that right now. I know we all do. Even if you're self employed, you know, it takes a lot to be an entrepreneurial, to um, do the right things, sell the right products, keep marketing, and things like that. If there's something that you're interested in going in, I think that is could be your passion. Okay. Which is to start something. And now is the great window to do that with Rahu and Ketu moving into Leo, fifth house, and Aquarius, 11th house. You said, what happened? Let me go to these messages. Oh, yeah. I see that slander here. But it's going to work out, though. Mars is in a really bad type of position right now in fourth house of Cancer, but it's about to move to Leo. So cooperation on your job with coworkers, it's not that we really care, but it does help with the environment that we have to be in. But things are going to get better. If you can just kind of hold off, the move or transition will happen after or about June the 7th. Okay, so that's not too far away. Um, People are gonna come back, kissing your butt and trying to make friends back with you, trying to ease and make the relationship, the co-worker, manager, the environment, is going to get back platonic. Okay. A lot of people, and I've been saying this in all of my readings. Like I said, I haven't really seen you chime in before, but people who watch my channel already knew this advice. Okay. And they already knew what was coming ahead of time and how to prepare themselves. So, um, even if you're liking somebody, you're going to get maybe, you're going to start to even feel better yourself to make something more at ease. Okay. Um, yeah. Well, you don't know, but for my channel, the Six of Swords is not talking. So whoever this is that you have romantic intentions for, uh, they're gonna be more open up to receive whatever you got to say. Not quite saying that you need to apologize, or maybe they do, or if this is the work environment that you're in, uh, things are going to get better. Okay. Conversations are going to start to flow more easily. And then we have an Empress here. But I think this has gotten to a point for you, though, that you're still not happy. So you may actually be moving on after June the 7th. Let me check something here for you. Now, Venus is in Pisces, which is the 12th house. So I'm not quite sure how that resonates for you and your birthday. But like I say, I do Vedic on this channel. So I may see you as a different zodiac sign. But I do have Taurus, Libra, and Leo here. Um, Pisces. And also, I'm not quite sure. Can you put, is Miss Linda in here? I don't think so. What is your birthday? Just the month and the day? Because in Vedic Sidereal, I would see you differently than tropical Western astronomy or astrology. I'm not here to change. They're Miss Linda. Miss Linda, could you ask Banks Bill what is their birthday to type it in for me? Yeah. Getting your priorities straight in your life period, Banks Bill. Okay. You could be wanting to take a break from love, somebody you were interested in dating. Because of all the opposition happening in Mars, it may have went too far. 1229. Okay. So, uh, I'm not here to change how you feel you are as a zodiac sign, but this is my channel and how I read and how I would see you as a zodiac sign. So, uh, you said 1229. So for my channel, Banks Bill, you would actually be a Sagittarius. So in tropical Western, I don't I don't know what you see yourself as. Uh, Maybe a Capricorn or maybe a um, Scorpio. Not quite sure. But for my channel, you would be a Sag. So to give you uh, a test, not only for my channel but anybody else's, start watching a Sagittarius reading and see how they would resonate more with you on anybody's channel. Okay. And if you want to know more information about love, then hey, David Nuez, we miss you. Banks Bill, start watching also Gemini. If you want to know about love situations, like the other person you're thinking about, watch a Gemini reading. It don't have to be for my channel. It could be for anybody. So for you, Banksville, watch Gemini and watch Sag readings. and things you will start to receive more answers that you're looking for. Okay. Um, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope one and I want you to chime back in. It don't matter what video you decide to click back on, and let me know after you start watching Sage readings on how much more information, whatever particularly you're looking for, how much it starts to resonate more for you. Because part of the issue is that people are still conditioned to what society, the almanac, NASA, allegedly, whoever, okay? A lot of people are still conditioned that they are particularly one zodiac sign when they're actually something else, okay? So, my job here in my channel is to guide you for your journey to, if you want this type of information, at least be watching truly who you are according to your rising, ascendant, your moon, etc. Okay? Not what society grouped and told you who you are. Okay? So, always just let me know. Oh, okay. You will follow up. And lastly, you know, start thinking and seeing more about yourself right now. That could be the energy that you're being led into, is to do more things for yourself, about yourself, pamper yourself more, Banks Bill. I don't care if you're a masculine or a divine feminine. Um, Treat yourself, relax yourself, you know. Also, don't starve yourself of love, feelings, and emotions, and also relationships. Um, Putting your priorities back in line is probably what you're concentrating on right now. Maybe not so much as love. You also could or will be going through some type of separation and or breakup or some type of disaccord here. But I do feel that it's going to get better. Um, and if you're having issues with your mother, you know, release them. Not quite sure if she's still here. But try to fix the relationship still with your mother, your sister, your aunt, a spouse, somebody maybe you're living with. But you do have the ability to release this, okay? This unwanted energy that you're holding. Okay, I see it here. You're holding some type of whether it's particularly the slander that has put you in a particular mind space. Um, don't let that control your environment because it's affecting you. It's affecting you. It's affecting your priorities. But I feel and see that you're going to start back focusing on that, which is good. Um, yeah, see there, Five of Pentacles. So right now, continue to invest your energy into fixing, whether you're working on a project, a product, uh, you know, continue to work. You're really focused on that. And you're also about to take on something else in your life. It could be that you do find a job and or getting your finances and things like that back into order. But if you're also holding resentment, feeling unwanted, these loose type of feelings and emotions, you're feeling very unsettled. You're probably not dressing like you usually do. I don't know if you get a haircut, hairstyle. You just haven't really been feeling yourself, but that's about to change. Okay, soon it will be released, and also your intimate life will also get better once you start to change that energy within you. But like I said, everybody's about to start to feel that change after June the 7th. Okay, and it is going to be 18 months for everybody where that Rahu and Ketu is going to be changing a lot of people's lives for the next 18 months. All right. Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. Thank you, Banks Bill. Today is February. Why was I finna say February 26th? Some of you look back in your calendar or journal. That is also why I created this type of book here, where you can go back and look at your budget, write down your feelings and emotions, and then you can go back and look on how you were feeling. Look back on the pages that you wrote your prayer, your manifestation, any type of notes or anything like that that you had wrote down in here. Um, because I said February, so that was going to be February 25th, 26th. You can look back also in my playlist up under live and see what video I put out for February 25th, 26th, and see what was going on around in that time period. But yeah, this is my first release up under Amazon. You can find the link in the description area, about section, and probably also up under this video. And I will be making another one for the next calendar year, but it's only June, and you can use that how you want to utilize it. It's no dates. I didn't write any dates at the top, so you can fill in. It's blank, so you can fill in. This is yours to write on it how you want. So it's no dates on anything. So you use the pages when you want for whatever month or date. You see that? Okay? So you can continue to use this into next year too. The earlier months, you know, like the January through what, 5 months. So the first 5 months of the calendar, you can use that in 2026 until you get my next one for January 2026, you know, or whenever you can, because it's blank. And I wanted it blank so you can write all over it. It's yours, you could do how you want. Okay? Believing in the magic. True magic is abounding in your life. Harmony, religion, gifts, a key. Some of you, a key to an automobile, a house, a home, an apartment. Love. Some of you are interested in astrology, or your birth solar return is coming up for some of you. Don't have to be tomorrow necessarily. Harmony, fun, getting out, doing a couple of things. That's all in your particular belief in your magic. Okay, you are the magician. This is your top hat. So whatever comes out of this top hat depends on you and what you want to bring. Okay, believing in your own magic is what you create. We create magic every day. Don't let you have to stop thinking that there's no such thing as magic, because our mind automatically goes to a person standing in a tuxedo with a top hat with a rabbit coming out of it. But that's what society conditioned us to believe, to relate to what magic is, and take it away from actually what it is. Magic is also how you're breathing, but you don't know how you're breathing. Mm. That's the magic of life. Hmm. The magic of that you go to sleep and you still, continue to wake up the next day. That's faith until it is time for, unfortunately, your ascension. But the magic is our physical body. It's so magical how we have extremities and fingers and organs, and blood flows, and we have brain cells, and we can think and create and sleep and wake up and uh, make a child with just the seed of a masculine. All of that is magic. But society allegedly don't want you to see that as magic is life. Life is magic. Your journey in life is actually magic, because you're creating and you're making experiences. That's why I truly don't want y'all to sit around and not experience life, because it's so short, it's so precious, it's very, or can be very magical, and it's all what you want it and what you make it to be. Don't expect so much to come out of experiences with people. Just meet people, laugh, love, enjoy, nurture, care. And love on yourself and your family and your child and your children, and enjoy all of that while they're here, right? But people tend to put so much belief into people when they meet them. Oh, I met you, okay, so we must got to get married. I got to have this, I got to have that. But everything is not all about that at that particular instance or that particular time. Just take your time, meet people, enjoy the connection of conversation, of interaction, you know. Continue to be the best you and the best self. Continue and work on things that you need to do. Everything doesn't have to be a romantic connection, because that's also keeps you in the frame of mind of, I'm never going to find anybody, I'm going to stay alone. But that's because you're particularly looking for a romantic connection instead of just enjoying life, instead of just meeting people. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you want to be conversation friends? Okay, cool. You know, I'll enjoy that, because I really enjoy living my life. When it does happen for me, it'll happen. But I'm not going to just be like, oh, you're not the one, so I got to X you out and not experience or have a great time just interacting with another human being, um, and just experience life. Because the message I've been getting all day is that a lot of people are cutting off the growth of their self inside experiences, because that particular person is not the particular one that they are looking for to make it as romantic. But interactions that we get with people, the reason we meet people is not all the time about romance. You understand? Because sometimes when you meet people, you do have experiences, and supposed to have an experience about growth, on about friendship, on about kinship, you know. Everything is not, yeah, evolution. Everything, the heart chakra here, the color green. Everything is not about, I'm only trying to meet a romantic partner, and if I do meet somebody and they're not the one, then let me X and cross them out and go back into my shell. No. So you already shortchanged yourself as some type of evolution growth, as whatever that particular meeting that person was supposed to entail. Okay, because some of you have cut off a lot of friendships, and I know people, I know human are jealous and envy and rude and backstabbing and things like that. But what I'm also telling you at the same time is that you learned something from that particular person and supposedly friendship. So it still promoted some type of evolution and growth and knowledge, right? So you did get something, whether you were friends with that person for 10, 5, 7, 20 years, or whatever the case may be, it still taught you something during that platonic connection. The same way with romantic, same way with some people that were married and got separated and divorced. All type of relationships provide evolution and growth. Okay, so when you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love, and it's coming out now because this is a great time for your heart to be open for um, this particular magic, and the magic itself is your belief system. I hope I'm explaining that right. So, your belief system is the magic, okay? And that is what needs to have evolution. hmm Realizing that obstacles are merely lessons. It may not be for everybody on the path to love, but it can be job, career, education, friendships, issues with family, friends, people in your community, your neighbors, people you work around, whatever the case. So everything we know is not a path to love, but in a way it still is, because even friendships, you have to have a level of love there for them to be your bestie, your best friend. Okay? And that is the nurturing, the caring, the understanding, the kindness. Oh, you got my back, I got yours. I could tell you any type of thing. That is a whole particular type of love situation, um, and a different type of intimacy, right? But then you have the lover, where that is also a different type of intimacy that can have a whole total sense of evolution itself. Okay, that will lead to soulmate, a different type of soulmate, marriage, partnership, moving in together, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so everything, the base of everything is love. Mhm. Friendliness. This is where I'm saying, I said all these words and the cards are coming out. Um, and it's also coming out because of K2 and Rahu going into Aquarius, the house of friends, who we associate with, networking, wish fulfillment, dreams, opportunities, healing. Um, and it's also going into the fifth house of Leo, which is dating. So if you have been a person that has had obstacles, and we all have had and gained many lessons about bad friendships and bad lovers or relationships, right? It's still time for you to have evolution. Stop making yourself or cutting stuff off too short in your life, not the person or the people, but the belief in it itself, because it's costing you, um it's kind of like shortchanging you. Okay, and that shortchanging that you're doing to yourself is affecting your journey. So this says you're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So also somebody is going to start being very friendly to you. Like I was just telling Banks Bill, it's been a lot of opposition also at my job. People stupid. And I'm not going to take that back because they are. Okay. People are stupid. People are ignorant. Um, I work around a lot of younger people, people that are also in high school, about to graduate. I'm not necessarily calling them stupid. It's just a lot of their actions, okay? But I understand evolution, they know no better, okay? So the things that they have been doing, I've been doing it now for 20, 30 years. They just now got a couple of years literally up under their belt when I've already been doing it for 30. But they walk around me as that they know more than me. So I let them have that, okay, as a sense of friendliness. I let them have that, and because I recognize traits that I have in common with them in order to forge a friendly based connection because of my job. But you cannot know more than me in a particular area when I've been doing it for over 35 years and you're only 18. You may have worked at the place for 1 or 2 years, but you don't have that much experience in this particular genre that I've been doing on and off on different jobs for over 35. You see what I'm saying? So my evolution is different and also will be received different than theirs. So I realized that that is an obstacle and a lesson, okay, that I allow them to learn on their path. And I understand the evolution that I've already been through and already received as an obstacle and a lesson long time ago. So I know that it's no sense for me to have to relearn it as a lesson. So I recognize with a friendly heart that the situation between us, our environment, needs to have evolution. Okay? And it's so much opposition. It's kind of like you're in your 20s, but you're jealous, envy, angry, a sense of bitterness, underlying hatred of somebody who way older than you, but I look better or just as good and I get more attention, but you're supposed to be the young and beautiful one and all of this and that. So it's all type of stupid stuff that go on around my job that I'm also very irritated and very tired of. You know, females giving resentment and lightly trying to be a bully and stuff like that. But I keep my cool because I have bail money and you don't. Let me stop playing with y'all. So, hearing messages from spirit, I am a clear channel for message. Cause spirit been know I've been wanting to say that. Look, little girl, I have bail money and you don't. You'll have to go through your parents. Okay, so stop trying to be a bully around me because just because of my age don't mean I won't set it off. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do peacefulness. I recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to my soul. And that's actually what I have been practicing. Okay. Literally, no joke. All right. So, somebody who still wants to be your friend and make peace, uh, they also, like I said, this could be anybody, anywhere. It's time to evolve. And this person also knows that it's time to take it to the next level, but they have been avoiding it, not doing it, but they will start to act, text, call, interaction a lot more friendliness. Okay. And people like me, I'd be like, why all of a sudden you acting sweet? I call it out. I don't let stuff just slide by. And so it probably irritates the person that I'm calling them out. Um, because I will call out people evolutions, you know, because that also calls out to them when I say that I recognize that you have been a butthole before, but now you trying to act friendly and sweet. So, in other words, I see how you were in your previous actions, and now you actually are trying to make peace. The same thing that I was just telling Banks Bill, that people around you in your job and stuff like that see all these cards. It's going to start getting more peaceful, kindness, a sense of willingness, um, people realizing their own obstacles of their own lessons and wanting to fix that on their own path also will make things generally better in our own environment that we have to interact, and also with love, relationships, dating, or whatever. Okay. So, uh, because of K2 is spirituality, right? It's our spiritual path. Um, as our journey in our life, and it's going into a fifth house of dating, friends, going out, having fun, really wanting to interact, looking for a spiritual type of love relationship, not just somebody to date and have one night stands with and do that type of stuff. A lot of people, especially masculines, will be looking for a more friendlier type of mate to date, somebody that their spirit, their soul is actually or can connect to, making a very much more stronger type of spiritual bond as a relationship. And this is the transition, the ease of the evolution that will be happening first, mostly with more masculines now. Okay. Yeah. Synergy. Ooh. Oh, mindfulness hit the floor. Oh, y'all know that is my Mercury card, my Gemini card. Okay, so when is Mercury going retrograde? It should be getting ready to happen. Um, July 18th. Okay, so we got like almost 2 months or so. So that's gonna be another shift, another change. Okay, because everybody's path is different. So your person may be mercurial. I know a lot of people that I interact with, they make more moves when Mercury goes retrograde because of their personal chart. Okay. So your person may be more Mercury energized. So they could be ascendant, rising, and or moon or sun sign, Virgo, Gemini. Okay. They could be a Sag, but have a rising as a Gemini or Virgo. So when Mercury goes retrograde, this is when this person um, acts more or has more action, actually have the courage to take action, to make a decision um, as their self, their belief in their own magic, their self confidence, the courage, the willpower to finally do something. Now, the only thing that next, I was reading, the only thing next that we got coming up is Mars is moving into Leo June the 7th. Like I said, okay, leaving Cancer. We already done started the transition of Rahu and K2 moving into Aquarius and Leo. We still got Saturn for the next 2.5 years in Pisces. I believe Venus is still there, so that's still going to cause a little issue too, because Venus, the love energy, is in an ending house. Okay, so she's being constantly tested. Do I want this? Do I not? Okay, so she only works the best when she's in Taurus, Libra, her own particular house. Um, so it's very challenging for a love energy to be in a I want to end this house. Okay, so and then the next thing we got, like I just said, is Mercury going retrograde July the 18th. So, Miss Linda, bookmark in this video timestamp like you do Mercury retrograde, however you be doing it, Miss Linda, because it's something about Mercury going retrograde July 18th that we will need to come back to this, okay, or somebody will need to come back to this, because somebody here could be meeting a new friend based on Mercury going retrograde in Leo. No, I'm sorry, Mercury be going retrograde in Cancer. Oh, okay, so that makes a lot more sense. Mars will be in Leo. Okay. A lot of action, a lot of dating, a lot of intimacy, But it's people are gonna make it want it to be the right type of intimacy. You get what I'm saying with K2 there. So no more just, oh, okay, let's just have a one night stand. But people are gonna be like, okay, I'll have a one night stand, but I still want to find out more things about you. Like, it's not gonna be just for nothing, and people will be okay with it. People are going to want to dig deeper, a sense of honor with K2 being there. And it's going to be an 18-month transit. So, like I've been telling y'all for months, people's dating life and how they look and want interaction with dating is going to be or want to be for purpose. Okay? Excuse me. Care for soul. Honor the divinity within you by practicing extreme self care. That's what I was also telling Banks Bill here. Okay? With the Empress that came out for them in reverse. Okay, y'all, I'm finna speed this up. Vigilance. Somebody also is going to see their growth. Somebody also is going to stand up for you. Um, they're going to start to recognize the common things that y'all have. You know, both of y'all may like to cook. Both of y'all don't like the company you work for. Both of y'all don't like the group of people at your job. Uh, both of you like a same type of dish. Whatever. Okay. And because of that, that they're getting this message from spirit. They're seeing it now. They want to honor it because they were ignoring it before. They're seeing the synergy of it. Okay. And this is going to, or you, going to start making this person open up their heart more, want to be friends with you. So just don't be like, why you want to be my friend? Okay, I'm telling you early why. Because of Rahu in 11th house of Aquarius and K2 in Leo. Okay, because some of you may still be like a stone person. Like, well, I don't want no new friends. I don't know how to react to this. Um, I don't have quite the right words to say back. Okay. This is a lot of soul message and soul care. Okay. Trust in divine time and your future holds something far greater than your past. This also can be, Sag energy, patience. This also can be, if you already have been dating somebody, you've been really showing and having a lot of patience. You also been kind of stone, or this person has been acting like a stone, very cold, very non-reactive, not very friendly. You know, there a message here, message there, or this could be you, and you could feel or have felt not very honored or not very paid attention to, and you're just realizing that, or need to realize that people, us humans, have to go through evolutions. And just because you're not in that particular obstacle or evolution needed of growth for yourself doesn't mean the person you're interacting with is not going through a personal evolution. Because sometimes we all go through it at the same times, and sometimes it's different timings. So they may be acting in a certain way, but you may not be going through or having a particular obstacle, okay, at that particular time. Or maybe you are, but in a different type of circumstance. Theirs may be financial, yours may be about the heart and love. Theirs may be about heart and love, yours may be about your job and money. Okay? So everybody always will continue to have evolution and different timing. So the point is, when it says divine timing, is when uh, two people will cooperate to hear and get the message from spirit, source, however you want to say it, and at that particular time merge at that particular time to be able to converse, to conversate, to meet up, to talk about it, to interact. That is what divine timing is. Okay. But then some people miss out on that. Okay. They miss out on the divine timing part because they don't listen to their intuition. They don't make a move. They don't send the text. They don't make the phone call. So they miss that window, divine timing. All right. Five of Swords in reverse. See there, divine timing. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Jupiter is already moved into Gemini. So somebody from your past has already missed that timing a while ago. Okay. So that person um, is hoping that they will catch the next divine timing or inspired moment to possibly call, email, see you, okay? And hoping that you will be open as friendly and that you will um, not be like a stone cold and non interactive, and that you will show a level of patience with them. Now, I understand that somebody from your past, you may have them blocked, or you deleted their number, you throw the phone away, whatever the case may be. Okay, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised in magic here. Um, yeah, the World card in reverse of how small actually this world is, and that you still or will could come upon this person, even though you got them blocked. It's some type of way the universe still works its magic because it's been doing it way long before you. Okay, so to get messages to you could be through me, could be through a commercial, could be through a friend, a family member, could be an interaction or some type of scenario you see that play out in front of you with other people. And it's your same scenario that you went through with your person, but you see it from a different perspective. You see it from an outside person looking in, but the other two people are actors of betraying you and your person. You see what I'm saying? And so you like, wow, that's the same issue or the same thing that was going on with me and my ex. And you could be standing in line about to get something to eat and you hear a person's conversation. You see some type of action happening and it triggers you that is something that you went on. Or you can hear somebody on the phone in front of you, you know, and they're talking about the same thing that happened with you and your ex. But your perspective on listening to the person talking on the phone, like, why are they acting like that? They're not very friendly. They actually don't want peace. They're actually not very kind. Why are they acting so stone cold and mean? But that also could be you. But you don't see yourself like that. Or it could be your person. And you take empathy with the person you're hearing actually talking on the phone. And you perceive, you know, of why they feel like they do because you have been put in that same instance. But it's something to that effect here that you're going to see your particular situation in other people or some type of scenario as a message from spirit. Okay? This sense of evolution or phase, that you need to do complete, it's not over. Now, everything, like I say, is not about love, but love is the base of everything. Um, just like different type of religious denominations, right? It's supposed to be love as the base, and then all the type of principles, dogmas, and instructions, and literature, and all type of stuff piled on top of love. Okay, but that's a whole nother story. But we got the food card, which is also a reset. But it's all about too. Will this or can this turn into a peaceful resolution? Because all of these cards are coming out as retrograde. You see all of these cards in reverse except the food card. So whatever this is, it needs to stop, close out, end, evolution. Okay, but it still is asking or requiring your patience right now. Now, again, it could be that Mercury actually needs to go retrograde for this to happen. For somebody to have the courage to take this uh, to a particular next level, whether it's to be friends again, to stop the arguing, the bickering, to close this out, to reach back out to you, to message you, vice versa, to get some type of understanding when it comes to dating, if this is what this is for you. Is this a partnership or is it not? Are we evoluting or taking this to the next level? Um, Also, Mars probably also need to enter Leo, which is right here. Leo is also um, on the world card. Yeah, like I said, for something to finally end and to close out. Whatever this patience is that you're having or giving or allowing or vice versa, that patience is what the Fool card is representing here. You're free. You are free to walk away. You don't have to deal with this, interact with it, but you are giving something a level of patience. People you working around, staying at that particular job, people getting on your nerves in your community, interactions with a company you're having to deal with, a landlord, rent office, you know, a best friend, a lover, a ex, whatever it is for you. Okay. The patience for me is this Fool card energy right now. Now I know patience is temperance, but the Fool card is also, you know, that you are really not bonded to this. You can walk away. You're free. You free to do and free to go where you want to. But you are giving some type of patience, synergy to something or somebody right now. Um, Even though it has shown some type of obstacles. But your belief in the magic is that you understand that it's also lessons. And that the more that you have the patience to continue to learn a lesson, whatever that is more evolution for you. It helps you to close out cycles that you don't leave open, that you have to repeat. That also gives a better evolution, okay, or a better start, the Food card. You're you're about to, for some of you, make a choice to set yourself free. This also will close out this world card. But like I said, Saturn is in Pisces for the next 2.5 years. So for some of you, whatever this is, it may take 2.5 years for it to close out. For some of you, it can be that you have patience and you stay connected to somebody that you're living with or in love with. Uh, because you need to learn this lesson about love on your path. And it will take 2.5 years. And for others, you're finally coming out of something and you're about to close it off. Um, and you're about to set yourself free because you have learned the lesson. Hmm. And you just want to like still be calm and friendly and cool and be like, hey, we didn't work out. We both need to become the food card. I don't have no ill wishes towards you, Five of Swords in reverse. Don't have any toward me. And let's just leave the food card on a friendly type of basis. We both have um, had personally a sense of evolution. We realized that, we had some stuff in common and that, some of those things we had in common turned into obstacles. But you're realizing, or both of you will realize that it was lessons on love and that you're now able to walk and set yourself free. Okay. So the timing of that also will be different for everybody. So quickly, we got the Page of Swords in reverse. Somebody is not saying that they want to be free, be alone, or to let go. This also could be somebody you're dealing with that is still attached to the past of why the relationship did not work out, um, why it didn't stick or stay together. Um, they still don't get the message of why it was a lot of fights and arguments. It could have been over ego. Hmm. Could have been over ego. But somebody is still stuck on something, hoping that it's still going to change. Could be a Libra. But that is the fair and just. And then we have the Four of Wands. Because the Page of Swords is here in reverse. Is that. And also another sword over here. Somebody is upset. Somebody is. It seems like somebody is still wanting something to be fair, to be known, to be handled, to be said, an apology, um, of like, why did you leave? Why didn't this work out? And it's kind of like the person is already leaving or gone or something like that, but somebody keeps trying to get information or to soothe their ego on why this didn't work out or why are you leaving? Why do you still not want to stay? Why do you still don't want to live together or get married? Now, for some people, marriage commitment also could be in the works. Um, Here, the Four of Wands or 1111. Um, you probably will be seeing more 1111s, but it's about support. It's about a sturdy foundation. It's about a home. Okay, somebody also could be signing a new contract and or lease, whether it's apartment, home. It also could be a roommate, whatever type of style like that. Somebody also could be attending a home marriage, like somebody got a wedding at their home. Um, they maybe didn't need to travel very far, but this is some type of um, party at a house. So I know a lot of people are graduating from college and school and stuff. So this is also like a party at a house, a graduation party here. Um, Unfortunately, the father is not gonna show up. Well, that's bullshit. Um, this is also somebody's gonna receive mail to their home about a divorce. separation. Some type of legal paperwork you will get to the home very soon. Some type of contract for you to read over, sign. Also can be a renewal of a lease. So, it's what finna be June. So some of you moved in April or May or June last year, okay, or the year before that. So it's about time to renew your lease coming up here. So you will get a message from your apartment uh, landlord or something like that. Some of you are not going to move. You're going to decide to stay there. You don't actually love it there, but you're going to stay. Okay. Some of you will set yourself free. You can't wait to leave with the food card. Somebody here will start implementing messages that they want to work on this relationship. They want harmony. It also could be a fight or argument that happened at your house or somebody's house that you know, uh, due to fairness, just. This is also a relationship, could be family, roommates, lovers, whoever. Okay, it could be brother and sister living together, two brothers, whatever. Okay, everything is not about romance, but I do see some people here that's living together, and one person wants to move and the other person doesn't. But it's also some type of fight and or argument, could be over a lover that keeps coming to the house. Okay, and one of the people is saying, hey, I'm not with them anymore, but they still keep showing up, so it's causing issues here with the people who live together, such as roommates, maybe two sisters, and one of the sisters got an ex, but the ex keep coming over anyway, even after this is gone or over. You see what I'm saying? And so, because this person still wants to control this relationship with one of the sisters, okay? Y'all get and understand what I mean. Because this is a lot of open, unended stuff. And the only thing here that is in the upright is the Fool, the Four of Wands, and the Justice. Everything else is in reverse. Okay, so all of this other stuff needs to end. Something needs to be said, something needs to be finished and over. The relationship is not going to come back or come together. It really needs to end because it's too much arguing and fighting and ego and control mechanism. It's a lot of stalking or a lot of stalking going on. A lot of messages, phone calls, unread, sending, receiving, not looking at them. It's a lot of that stuff going on. And somebody don't know whether to stay vigilant for it, but they want their peace at the same time. Okay, so somebody is still in indecision here. I'm finna go to bed. Because there's too much going on here. Like, this is also why the mindfulness card hit the floor. Somebody's not having the courage to finally let this end, to let this go, to stop interacting, to stop talking with the person. Somebody is still trying to have patience and to stay vigilant or down for something. Maybe they were supposed to move in and get married and start a family here. Who knows? But somebody at the same time is not being honored or getting their peace or at peace. They're still trying to be kind to a person. Sorry. But being kind is also affecting their peace. It's kind of like they're not following their bliss. Okay? Somebody wants to move on to whatever that they're looking for: marriage, family, a new person, a new place to stay, a new job, whatever this is. But something in the background is causing this to not end. Somebody is also stopping their own evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love, but somebody is not willing to accept that, to realize that, because they're still trying to be friends or friendly or kind or keep the peace with somebody. But they don't need to do that. They need to cut it off if it's not what they're looking for or want anymore, because it's causing them not to, or will continue to cause them not to have happiness and or to evolve. Now, quickly, things about our tariffs, um, our products, our merchandise. Things are going to get better. Things are going to start freeing up here. We're going to have a lot more flow with our economy. If you're in the United States or still all over the world. But if you're on the other side of the world, um, things are going to be moving a little bit more slowly. Things haven't changed too much. We're still waiting on more partnerships and or cooperation. But I really feel though, hmm, could be when Mars goes into Leo, so June the 7th. So we're going to see a little bit of relief, okay, with cooperation and partnerships with companies. This also can be the Justice card when Mars does enter Leo, because K2 will be there to soothe the relationship process. Anytime you see the Justice card, the scale is about merchandise. It's also about harmony. Okay, yes, you could say balance, but it's more about harmony. And the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the World card here is in reverse. So harmony needs to be back restored here in order for our contracts dealing with corporations and our merchandise, our goods and services to uh, flow more freely. The Fool card, okay, so that things that we depend on support here, Four of Wands, um, would get back stable or to a decent stable amount. So I do feel that we'll see a lot more relief, probably in the next couple of weeks when Mars enters Leo. hmm But like I said, because K2 is already there, um, this also will end finally a couple of things for us. Not everything, because the World card is still in reverse. So we're still going to have some issues around the world with contracts. But far as domestic here, um, some things are going to start to get worked out. Okay. I have to see what this is because it's bothering me. And I hate to, I mean, you can click off if you want to click off. But what is this? Because the fool is walking away from the Four of Wands. So somebody could be leaving home. It also could be a child that may be graduating or finally moving out, moving on. Maybe also going to college to experience the world. Okay. If it's not necessarily about them going to college, it could be some young person is deciding to move out, to leave home. Um, but they will be embarking on some type of new journey here. So this is my Taurus card. Um, and in Vedic Sidereal, the moon that we're having, I believe is June 12th, 11th, is going to be a Rohini. And it's going to be in Taurus. Okay? Don't ask me how I got it, but the moon that we're about to have, June 11th, is going to be a new moon, I believe. Uh, it's called Rohini. It's going to be in Taurus. And this is one of my Taurus cards. Confidence, guidance, trust. Trust your gnosis or trust your intuition. Freedom, resilience, stamina, and believe in your own power. So, if somebody heeds the message from spirit, source, God, capital letters, however you feel or whatever you want to say, if they take the message from spirit here and take the guidance, they'll have the confidence to set themselves free, to move freely more about, or you to leave. Okay, something as a foundation, maybe leaving a job, maybe leaving something you thought or felt was very secure, something that you wanted for its partnership and or marriage, something that you were trying to commit yourself to. But whatever this is, or vice versa, confidence, guidance, okay, freedom. This also could be somebody gaining a better job, a new job, signing a new contract. So it's going to be more money for them. But somebody needs to believe in their power, okay? And still have vigilance and resilience to be fair, to do the right thing, to speak relationship, marriage, commitment, foundation, and come to you freely and be willing to have it, to do it, and to go through with it. This also could be you. Yeah, challenging the status quo, opportunity, new hope, perspective, clear vision, and somebody's perspective about the past, the present moment, and the future. So this also, again, is somebody trying to have confidence to start a relationship, to keep a relationship, to take something to the next level here, um, to commit, okay, to do what's fair. Somebody is trying to see. They're also going to get a clearer vision through messages from spirit and their perspective on how they have been maybe treating you, not being very supportive, not being very kind, very peaceful, not showing a lot of confidence, and just maybe acting like a fool. Because sometimes the fool card don't think. They just out and about and just doing whatever, going whatever, down for whatever. Um, but somebody here is going to start challenging the status quo. The more that they have the confidence, the more that they start to trust in their intuition. But somebody also can say, here with freedom, that they're starting to have a new hope, a new vision, believing in magic about the present and the future. No longer doing the same old, all this here, perspective on the past. One more, because I know I'm way over an hour. But this is catching me off guard because it usually come to me like this, but I can't figure out what it is. So I may not need or supposed to figure out what it is. It may need timing and me trying to force the message to come out, or maybe I just don't see it, which rarely happens. Um, Maybe I'm way too early for it. Okay, because I'm forcing myself to figure out what this is when I usually don't have to force myself. I'll see it, but it's not coming all the way out um as me hearing the message from my spirit guides. Okay. But the last card is, like I said earlier, about harmony. Remember, I said about the Justice card, which is more about harmony. Some people say balance with the scales. But it also can be fairness. It also could be court, legal, contracts. Um, but happy, harmony, beauty, creative, a gift, art, warmth, contentment, reconciliation, and love. Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to really read for everybody. Somebody here that you're dealing with may also change their perspective about the past and want to get back with somebody from the past. Maybe this person is moving in, or this person could be moving out. Somebody could be moving out and moving on, and somebody could want to reconciliate and get back and marry this person because of their perspective that they still see as the past, hoping that it will become new hope. So they're going to challenge the status quo or challenge the relationship as taking it back as reconciliation with the Justice card. But with the rest of these cards here, I don't feel that that's a good idea, but that's their evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. So this person may have to repeat this lesson. This is why the World card is in reverse with the Wheel and the Two of Cups in reverse. They didn't learn it the first time that they were going through all these fights, obstacles, arguments, ego, control issues. It was a lack of synergy here, but somebody is willy nilly to try it again. But the Fool card is usually wanting freedom, so we'll figure it out. The next couple of days. See there, the tracks, steady movement forward, and the tracks is a one way to go the distance. Steady forward movement. So somebody may not want a reconciliation or to do or to repeat this again. And there go the Food card again. All right, that's it. I knew I was going to get to the bottom of this because it's kind of like I see it. But somebody, temperance in reverse, somebody is going to have a fight or argument or disagreement. And then somebody going to end up walking away and finally breaking off. This may have already happened. And this is why somebody want or is trying to come back as the Food card to reconcile. But whoever this is, they're going to start listening to their spiritual messages or ancestors more. And they're going to say, hey, you need to set yourself free. You can't say that more than two Fool cards. And this person is going to have the confidence to say, I can do this. This also could be jumping into a relationship with you or vice versa. And, just being free spirited, taking some also new opportunity. But we'll touch back on this if it needs to. It will come back out again tomorrow or the next couple of days. I know I'm on the right track with it, but anytime I'm having to keep trying to force a message to come out and to clarify itself, I'm probably a little bit more ahead of time for the message that it really needs to come out. Okay. So it probably was a message that needed to happen tomorrow or the day after, but I'm too early doing it because somebody is still in that decisive mode. So I can't pick it up all the way. Anywho, thank y'all. Okay, thank you, Miss Linda. Hey, Faith Hayes, how you doing? I do, but I was channeling Faith Hayes, so I didn't see your message at the time. Um, but if you catch me on the next one of my moderators will remind me and I will pull you a couple of cards. I did that for Bank's Bill because they chimed in as soon as I had came on and I've never seen them before. So sometimes, yeah, I'll do that for new people. Um, Thank y'all so much. Sorry to keep y'all for so long. Oh, you said your mom's birthday is today? My mother's was on May 21st. So, hey, almost something as common traits. So I know she is or was a beautiful person. But okay, y'all, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here in Atlanta, and I have work early in the morning. So thank y'all. Don't forget to get your calendar journal. Uh, you can still utilize it. It's plenty of pages in there. You can utilize it, mark on it how you want. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will see y'all in the next one.